Welcome back to Cryptos Are Us. I am George. We're all George. So tonight, things got quite exciting, and it's still exciting. Bitcoin broke through 38,000 a couple times, and a lot of alts are doing well. So tonight, let's talk about these hot crypto projects you don't want to miss, and they may surprise you. So let's do this. Welcome, guys. Hopefully you guys are doing well. You should be. I mean, look at this. Bitcoin is right below 38,000, 37.9. And we touched upon that nasty resistance, 38.4, a couple of times. But I don't think the momentum is over. I think we're going to smash through that once again. And we may head to 39,000 by tomorrow. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe not. Maybe we can just go right back down, but it doesn't matter. It's just a matter of time before we break through, right? So it's exciting for Bitcoin. A lot of the alts are also rallying right now, but today is Bitcoin Day. Bitcoin is leading the way. And maybe Bitcoin is leading the way because, unfortunately, rest in peace, Charlie Munger has passed away today at the age of 99, 1 year before the big triple digits. Now, no matter what you think about him in terms of his views against Bitcoin, but Charlie Munger obviously lived a long life, a prosperous life, and he was a right-hand man to Warren Buffett, you know. So he's done very well for himself, but, you know, he just couldn't come around, just did not believe in Bitcoin, and I don't think Warren Buffett is going to change his mind too before he passes away. And Warren Buffett's like 92 or 3. He's not that far off. But rest in peace. I don't know if this had anything to do with Bitcoin, but Charlie Munger was one of the remaining Bitcoin bears out there. I don't think he shorted Bitcoin, but he's said some nasty things about Bitcoin. I remember one interview he did where someone asked him about how ethical Bitcoin is or something like that. And he made this reference like, is eating baby brains ethical? Because that's the same thing as buying Bitcoin. He made some kind of comparison like that. It was just so out there. It didn't even make much sense. All right, anyways, just want to get that off. What else is there? As for Bitcoin, just a few little things about Bitcoin. The SEC is asking the public for feedback on a couple of spot Bitcoin ETFs from Franklin Templeton and Hashdex. Okay, so obviously, if the SEC is asking for public opinion, especially after they just revised, that means the SEC is on top of it. They just submitted this revision, and the SEC immediately is asking for the public opinion. I mean, I think Gary already knows the public opinion is going to be good. Everyone wants a spot Bitcoin ETF. Wall Street wants it. Institutions wants it, like BlackRock, and retail investors want it, right? So I don't know why they're dragging their feet, but basically, this sets the stage. Everyone thinks by January 10th, 100% chance that we will get a spot Bitcoin ETF. Again, this sets the stage. What stage is this setting at? Well, a big, massive pump. In fact, even before it, according to Titan Crypto, he believes that we're going to load up to $40,000 in the near future. I mean, the way we are right now, I wouldn't be surprised. Look at it. We're trying to break through 38 again. Once we break through 30, if we break through this nasty resistance at 38.4, I mean, we'll be at 39, 40,000 in no time. That's really realistic. And we could end the year 45,000 maybe. December is right around the corner, and December could be even better. Even better. Okay, so 40,000, next stop. No, I mean, there's more stops than that, but, you know, we could be heading 40,000, you know, and who knows where we'll be by having an event. But one thing that's happening right now that's very important, the whales are stocking up. Okay? I mean, whoever they are, it could be multiple entities or one person or a group of people, but they accumulated almost 1,200 Bitcoins yesterday, this one address, and 539 today. So whoever this whale is keeps on going and amassed 10,000 Bitcoins within the last 28 days. 10,000 Bitcoin. That's a lot. That's a lot. So, I mean, everyone is very, very enthusiastic right now, very hopeful, very bullish, very greedy, right? And that's a good thing. That's a good thing. There's nothing wrong with that. I think it's time to come out of the conservative shell and get more into the risky shell, so to speak, right? So I said I was going to bring more alpha to you guys. That's what I'm going to do. So today, let's talk about some alts. Let's spend majority of time on alts. So first off, a lot of you guys know this. So I'm starting with something that's recognizable, something that has a certain comfort level, right? And that is Chainlink. Chainlink is the biggest decentralized oracle out there. Bar none, they are huge, absolutely huge. Basically powers all the DEXs and all. They have cross-chain interoperability with basically all the chains. They have price feeds within the chains and outside the chains. They're all over the place. They've been around for quite some time, and they have been doing very, very, very well this year. Sitting at number 12 right now at 8 billion. But that's the thing. As large as they are, they're still way, way off from their previous high. In fact, let's just check it right now. Where were they? Look at that. They were above 50. They topped out at like 52. Probably a little bit higher than that. So they still need to go up like 4x. 4x, 400% to get back to their previous high. So plenty of room to grow. And that's just getting back to the previous high. Does that mean they just stop there? They'll probably keep on going, right? So first of all, let's talk about Link. They did upgrade their staking mechanism with a pool that allows 45 more million Links. So their staking mechanism is a little bit different than the others because they're a decentralized oracle. They're not a complete L1, although they want to come out move towards the L2. But right now they have this pool where, of course, Link users or Link holders can stake, and it's a limited pool, but they expanded it, right? They're staking version 0.2. So that got enabled today. And looking at it right now, this is how much is filled and 14.5% variable reward rate. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. Oh, actually, I'm sorry. This is migrating, right? This is the number of people that's supposed to be migrating from 0.1 to 0.2. And then, yeah, this is what it's getting right now. So 14.5, that's pretty darn good, right? So if you have a lot of Link, no reason why you should not stake it and get close to 15%. That's pretty good. So obviously, they're still improving, right? They're still working with some massive projects out there. Outside of crypto, Vodafone, one of the biggest mobile phone carriers, Summit Omo. Yeah, they're from, I'm assuming, Japan. I don't know what they're doing, but they're both partner up. You know, they came out with this project called Pearpoint, and basically they're utilizing Chainlink to submit documents. Okay, they're using Chainlink not for price speed, but to safely, securely submit documents across different systems and across different chains. That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool, right? You also have Swift, the giant Swift, which is a messaging network that basically settles all transactions around the world. Well, Swift is looking at tokenization and other things that they could do with the blockchain. And guess who they're partnered up with? Chainlink as well, right? So you got some massive companies out there that are utilizing Chainlink as we speak and also experimenting with them, right? So the possibilities are endless. And like I said, they've been around for a long time. People have tried to hack them before, DDoS attacks. They withheld. As far as I know, they have never been hacked before, successfully, I should say. And they're partnered up with so many dApps, DEXs, and chains. They are on top of the world. But the best part is they still need to go up 400% to get back to their previous high. And then who knows how high they're going to go, right? So first thing I want to talk about is Chainlink. But when it comes to oracles, they're not the only player in the game. There's a very hyped up one that a lot of people have been asking me about, and that's Pyth, okay? The airdrop happened about a week ago, and they've been going up like crazy. Like crazy. What is Pyth? Well, they're the same thing. They're a decentralized oracle network, originally built on top of Solana, but now they came out with their own network. Okay, but they're still using Solana code, so they're still very integrated into Solana, right? So a lot of people know that Solana has been doing very well. So, you know, they tend to think that Pyth is a Solana project. It kind of is and kind of isn't. Okay, but they're kind of doing the same thing. They're partnering up with some of these major companies, especially in the finance sector, in the FX sector, including Jane Street, CBOE, and Binance, and OKX, and Bybit, obviously some big exchanges, right? And they're partnered up with several other big projects too, like Injective and Synthetic, and a few others out there, right? So they're a new player in the game. Now, why should anyone choose Pyth over Chainlink? Well, the thing is, I didn't even know this, but Pyth is much faster. They refresh their data feeds at 300 to 400 milliseconds, while it takes Chainlink minutes to hours to refresh. That's interesting because Chainlink works with a lot of third parties. So the third parties are quite slow, and the third party gets them on first parties, right? But Pyth only works with first parties, and they get basically instant refreshes on price feeds. So there is a technical advantage there. I didn't know that. That's actually pretty significant. And they have made big strides already. According to them, they secured 46% of ZK Sync, which is a new chain as well. 46% of the total price feeds. That's pretty good. And then they have partnered up with Solana's name service, so you could use Pyth token as well for registering, listing, and creating, okay, .sol domains, which is awesome. And if you look at the publishers, the ones that are actually publishing their data, you have over 90. And again, some of the biggest players and the biggest DEXs and biggest sexes, and, you know, it goes on and on and on. So they look like a real contender. They look like a real contender, but they have gone up quite a lot recently. So I think after their airdrop, they decided to airdrop. They're at 641 million, but still a lot cheaper than 8 billion, right? So they still have a lot of room to grow. So that's the second one, Pyth. They definitely do look interesting. And the third one is just something silly, but it's still something to pay attention to because it's a meme coin. Since we're talking about Solana, Solana's biggest meme coin is Bonk. And, you know, just this morning I said, hey, it's kind of difficult to get into Bonk because you have to, you know, bridge your USDC over or use Solana and go on Radium and buy Bonk. Well, I didn't know, but today KuCoin listed them. So it makes it really easy. And that's important because when altcoin season happens, people FOMO in, and generally speaking, they're all on the sexes, usually like Binance, KuCoin, Coinbase, you know, all the big ones, right? So to get a list on KuCoin is actually a pretty big deal. Okay, so just throwing that out there, they're doing pretty well. I would say they're doing pretty well overall. 223 million, but they're still not at the levels of Pepe or Sheeb or anything else. But because Solana is so hot, you figure the biggest meme coin on Solana could do quite well. So I'm just throwing that out there. Just throwing it out there. So tonight, decided to cover two oracles. Chainlink, which is the big daddy, has been around for a long time, but still something that you don't want to ignore. There's plenty of room to grow. The Link Marines are strong. But then you got new players like Pyth. We'll see. We'll see how they do with their increased speed. And they have some big partners already. Can they catch up? And then finally, we got a meme coin, Bonk. And if they continue to get listings, if they get listed on Binance next, for example, watch out. They will fly. They will fly. All right. That's pretty much it for tonight. The only other thing is, after the stream, make sure you head over to CryptoZeros Plus. Okay, first of all, Joshua Jake put out another video. Kind of delayed, but we got a video from him. But we also have this guy right here. In case you guys have not been following the IFC, we got Dreamer from DFK. Yes, he's one of the fighters, okay? Awesome. And all the other ones that's been on here, right? I showed you guys Ben and some of these other guys, Seth and Shiny and Grady and Phil and Crow, Rodney, you know. We still got more to announce, so make sure you head over to CryptoZeros Plus afterwards and check it out. All right. Let's see. We're not back to 38,000, but we're really, really close. It's just a matter of time breaking through this. It's going to happen. All right, let's do some Q&A. Julie says, watching from Philippines. Hello, welcome. Let's see. Buffett, rest in peace. Yes. Doge is going, Carlos says Doge is going to shock the entire market. People are waiting for Elon to announce his new payment network on X. Do you know about Vexanium Crypto? Lord Kratos asked. No, and that's a really silly name, but no, sorry, I do not. Let's see. XRP will save. Save what? Still going here. Still going. Thoughts on Atom with the fork? You know, I don't know too much of the technical details about that fork. I know that they're just trying to make it more efficient, trying to make it so that it's not as inflationary, but I don't know the exact details, Robert. We'll have to look more into it. But I'm just going to assume that it's going to be good. Are sports crypto like Chile still a thing? Not really. It depends. If you're in the U.S., no, because Chile's basically can't do the tokens that they've done with soccer teams of Europe. And so in the U.S., they partner with a lot of sports teams, but it doesn't seem like they're really taking advantage. They're not really doing anything with it. So, I mean, they're still quite big, but can they come back? Yeah. But I'm not the biggest fan of them. And there's Socios app in the US you can't even use. What do you think about the NBA tournament? I have not been following, but I think the NBA tournament's kind of silly. I think it's beyond silly. I think it's just stupid. It's not necessary. And the courts look absolutely horrendous. Borislava Ilcheva, that's quite a name there. A few of your AI projects. I don't have a lot of AI projects. I know a few like Fetch AI, and Singularity. Okay, I would say if I had to choose one, it'd be Fetch AI at this point. And there's a few that are up and coming. So one of these days, I'm going to cover like these up and coming AI projects. So stay tuned for that. But like off the top of my head, it would be probably Fetch if I had to choose one. Have you seen a movie called Dumb Money? It came out recently. It's probably your cup of tea. Is that a backhanded compliment? Isn't it just about the Reddit, Wall Street bets pump? Like, I don't know if that's my cup of tea. What do you think about Hello Labs? Nothing really. They rebranded themselves. They had a game, and now they're coming out with a show. We'll see how good the show is, but I don't know. Why are you sleeping on a BTC ecosystem? Stacks is blowing up. It's 100% the holy grail. I've talked about Stacks. But you're talking about the ecosystem. So that's not Stacks. Stacks is the framework, the ecosystem, the NFTs, the platforms, the DeFi, the stable coins, the tokens. I think that's what you're referring to. Or if you're just referring to Stacks, just say it. You don't have to like hide it into something else. It's in my DCA portfolio, so I'm certainly not ignoring it. Your favorite team is playing Warriors. I cannot stand the Warriors. I cannot stand them at all. ETH is really stagnant these days. Should we be concerned? No. And it's not really. It outperformed Bitcoin in the last 30 days. What are you talking about? Look at the 30 days. It's 4% higher than Bitcoin. So I would say, in fact, in the last 30 days, it's had more gains than XRP. But of course, you can compare it to Solana, then yes, it's trailing. But yeah, I don't know if it's that stagnant. Even if it is, should we be concerned? No. Kangilla TV. Don't miss the new L1 mainnet Z launch December 21st. Thanks for the reminder, but I'm sure everyone is going to not remember that. What's your price prediction for Uniswap? I don't really have a price prediction for Uniswap, but we could take a look at it. Let's see where it was. Uniswap was at $44. So 8x? 8x from here? I'll say 8x. There's no reason why it can't go back. All the new tokens that are getting listed go straight to Uniswap. Anyone that wants a fair launch, they launch on Uniswap, if it's ERC20 based. So they are still the de facto DEX out there. Do you think Elon is creating a bunch of new Doge addresses for use on X? I don't know what you mean by that. Oh, because this morning I covered how like 3 billion addresses came aboard or something. I don't think it's him. There's no reason for that. One inch, does it have a future opinion? It may, but something that I certainly don't care about. Is it illegal to use VPN to use Mexi while being in the US? No. What's illegal about it? Lazaro, CoinShares predict ETH to 28 with the ETF approval. After the, after this cycle, that may happen. Yeah, if there's a spot Ethereum ETF, that could happen. I could see that happening. Ron, good try. What do you think about Cuban selling the Mavs? You know what? Something's going on with him. He's quitting Shark Tank and he's selling the Mavs. I think he may be thinking about running for president or something. Concerned about taxes and lying about your location. Hey, no one says you have to not report your taxes. You could report your taxes. MXC is not the police. They're not the FBI. George, I sold my leash for Bonk. Yeah, you know what? I might get some Bonk, too. Like, just for fun. You know, it's hard to maintain a meme that's above 100, 150. And they have been maintaining it above 220. So they have a shot. Like, in this coming bull market, they certainly have a shot to go a lot higher. So I might even pick some up. By the way, this morning, I'm Bing X here. I did a silly 20X on Sheeb because I was like, Sheeb has not moved, right? And it really didn't move, but at least, you know, I got a 24% gain out of it. But Sheeb has just been really, 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 really stale. It could be because of the likes of Bonk and Grok and everything else. And by the way, do not try to leverage trade on Grok. You know, I had a couple wins, and after that, it's all losses. Do not leverage trade Grok, okay? Just don't leverage trade any memes because you will lose. You will get liquidated a lot. If you're doing it on, you know, like, you know, Bitcoin or something, it's quite stable, so you just rack it up. Like my Bitcoin 20X long is 100%. Solana's 100%, so these climbed back up. ADA 63%, Maddox 18%, Sheeb 23%. What's going to be the next hot meme coin? Thinking about Bonk too. I don't know. If I knew, I'd be loading up right now. Memes are just, you know, you just don't know. They could do well. They could not do well. You know, the insiders could dump. Also, timing plays into it. You just really don't know. What's people? I don't even know what people. Oh, it's a meme. They have BRC20s here. I mean, like ordinals here. Bot AI. Fetch AI. Fetch AI is doing really well right now. Fetch AI would be a good one. I just mentioned, someone asked me about AI play. Fetch AI would be a good long-term play. In fact, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna close my Sheeb. I'm gonna close my Matic here too, since it's kind of like not doing that much. And I'm gonna add some AI. I'm gonna add a little bit of. Let's just go do 10x. Add a little fetch. I don't know if it's a good time to be buying it though. Yeah, that looks pretty good. All right, I bought a little Fetch AI. I think in terms of AI plays, Fetch AI is probably the leader. I don't know if there's another project that's bigger than them. Yeah, 443 million, still below $500 million. In the crypto space, below $500 million is still relatively small. I know that sounds really silly, $500 million, if, you know, but still, in the crypto space, it's pretty small. It's Pyth. Is it Pyth or Pyth? Yeah, I've been calling it Pyth. Maybe it's Pyth, but You know what? Now that I did a little more research into Pyth, which I don't hold at all, I may think about it because, you know, they have a technical advantage and they are partnered up with some of these big guys, you know, to be big Wall Street guys like CBOE and Jane Street, and all the big exchanges, right? Although all the big exchanges work with Chainlink as well. So it really depends. I mean, they're still up and coming. Okay, like the gap between them and Chainlink is astronomical. Okay, like it's not like this. It's astronomical. But if you're looking for, you know, like a new play, they wouldn't be bad. Would you buy Tesla or Coinbase? Coinbase, 100%. Tesla, no matter what, even when Cybertruck release, you know what? They're already so big. They can only go up so much. Coinbase, unlimited. Unlimited ceiling. What is a good exchange to buy meme coins on? Whatever you want. You could get it on, you know, I've been experimenting with Bing X, which has actually been a pretty good replacement for MEXC, but you could also buy a MEXC if you can get in, and any other exchange that you can get in on. You know, even like Gemini in the US has Pepe listed, right? But they don't have a lot of the other ones. Favorite coin listed 180 to 100 other than Pepe. Arweave. I like Arweave a lot. Yeah, from 80 on, yeah, it's Arweave. What exchanges are good in Canada? I can't tell you. Coinbase, I guess. I don't know how many exchanges are in Canada. I can't tell you. Sidious Heroes. Sounds like a good name. I don't know. Sounds like a good name. Is it just Sidious? Sidious Heroes. That's different. Did it just come out? Or is this the wrong one? I don't know. It's a game. I don't know anything about it. Nikki, Render is not an AI play. Not yet. Too many people associate Render just because they have GPU borrowing and sharing, that somehow you could process AI with it. You can't. They haven't done it yet. So they're not really AI. But they are doing pretty well too. 1.2 billion. That's not too bad. But they're getting a little pricey. They're already up above $1 billion. Right? So their upside is a little bit, just a little bit constrained. Jesus Coin broke out. You know, I was watching Jesus Coin. I can't get myself to buy Jesus Coin. There's something just wrong with that. But I was looking at it the other day. Yeah. Kind of topped out. This would be kind of dangerous to buy. They could go down more. So, yeah. They could be going down more. You're running scam ads, bro. Ripple doing a giveaway. Yeah, right. I did see that. I don't control that ad, all right? So don't blame me for that. That's whoever running ads on YouTube. You go ahead and report it. Think of it as Jesus Coin. No, it's clearly Jesus Coin because it's the symbol of Jesus. Digi, welcome, new member. All right, I'm going to get off. Everyone, if you want to join in on the chat for this next IFC, go ahead and go to Cryptos R Us Plus. URL's in the description. Click into it. I'll see you guys there. But otherwise, today, Bitcoin is doing well. You got a lot of alts doing well. I'll cover 3 of them for you guys today. So enjoy, and I'll see you guys tomorrow, 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. Again, head over to IFC. All right, that's a wrap. Take care. Bye-bye.